the guy pretending to be Sebastian Maniscalco in the courtroom.
No, but that sounds pretty good.
It was very impressive. It's a very funny skit.
All right. Friends, you've done it. Where are my notes? I can't get anything right tonight.
We've done it. We've ruined your notes.
Well, you've done it. You've made it to episode 128, I believe. Well, no, 120, 130, according to my notes, but 120 that have been streamed, 128 that's been streamed, something like that.
And still no beach fan service episode.
uh, I wrote so few notes this week. I'm really going to be winging it tonight. Remind me. Well, why don't you guys do a recap for our loyal viewers who are, as we all know, Legion. And I'm going to guess, since this is a celebratory episode, that there might be some drunk characters involved. I'm just going to hazard that speculation, especially since you're partying with a dwarven city.
Nah. Um. Hold on. It takes quite a while to scroll down to the bottom of our notes now.
Yeah.
I need to turn on the page tracker because it's 75 pages of notes.
75 pages,
which
huh?
is almost exactly half a page a session, which, to be honest, does not feel like enough.
Some sessions probably should be longer than others in
We
terms of the
looted
notes.
Grazitz, got all kinds of fun stuff off of him. We found a bunch of Bria stones inside the trap door that he was trying to escape through. They were part of a ritual. It's been happening for at least a decade. It is siphoning magic out of the realm. The other end of the tunnel goes to a different place where the magic is going. We realized
Where
we
the
would
magic
need.
is going.
Yep, and there's got to be a marriage joke in there somewhere. I wouldn't know. I'm unmarried.
Remarried.
Yeah, I'm
So
pre-married.
far.
That's a better way of saying it. I'm waiting for Haley to poke her head around the corner, glaring at me. She's not. She hasn't so far. Okay, so we realized it would take quite a lot of work to get the ritual to shut down. We went and got everybody, including Zerwin, and all of the NPCs. And then Zerwin, can you tell us a little bit about your conversation with Garl?
Yes. So I spoke with Garl, who was the first betrayer, I believe was his title.
Well, I don't think he gave himself that title, but yeah.
No, that's what he was known as. Grazitz, or I can't remember, Egertz or something like that. He had another name that he went by, but he essentially convinced Garl to betray the dwarves, and so this, goes all the way back to him. He helped us stop the ritual by giving us the words and just filling in some of the gaps that Ezra had a great plan to stop the ritual, kind of knew what we were supposed to do. He gave us the details, and so we would yell out a word, well, the mages,
Random words too,
well,
like banana.
yeah, we yelled out words. We didn't get banana. I would have liked to have seen a critical fail on a banana, but we would yell out a word, and then Jana would pull out the stone while the mages did, and if we screwed anything up, there were consequences. I have a very nice scar now, but we were able to get everything out without too much damage. And then the ritual stopped, and we could kind of feel like the hum that wasn't there stopped as well, right? We could kind of feel it. Now we assume and we believe that the magic will come back to the Bria Stones. They will start to darken again. We were allowed to keep or sell the Bria Stones. I think we kept 2. Did we keep 2?
I think you did.
And then we got like 250,000 gold. I think we got more than that because we asked for some for Drunel Hall as well. For Castle Magnus when we get back to Drunel Hall.
Oh yeah, we all got quite a hefty chunk of change.
We did that. And Garl was weeping when we were done, so hopefully he can fade back into oblivion and get some peace. And I can't remember the old guy, Lund. He was also happy with us. And what else? Was that it?
Yeah, we now have 6 grapefruit-sized Bria stones. We kept 2, the power and the magic stone. I like this one. We succeed despite many nat ones.
Sure did.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's not this campaign in a nutshell.
There were some consequences. Zerwin has a brand new permanent scar on his body.
Yeah, it looks
which means
sweet as hell.
Not that, to be fair, Zerwin has never been anything but conspicuous. But going incognito now will be thoroughly impossible. And you haven't tried it yet, so I haven't spoiled it for you, but even magical disguise will not hide this scar, Zerwin.
You cut out there for a second. Did you just say we don't have a trident yet?
You don't have a trident yet. That's foreshadowing, is what we call that in the business.
Yeah, we are going to an island. There's probably a slightly higher per capita rate of tridents on an island than in the
Just
We need
mountains.
to go
saying.
get some damn tridents.
But also a slightly lower per capita percentage of dwarves on this island, so I'm going to stand out anyway.
That's true. That's also true.
My children had been sneaking into my room at night and watching The Price is Right. It's not a joke.
Why is it on? Wait, The Price is Right is on at night?
Yeah, you can watch it on like Amazon Prime.
Uh,
And I hear the rumblings of people leaving their bedrooms.
Wait. Duncan's question wasn't The Price is Right is on in your bedroom at night, but just The Price is Right is on at night, which to me is not the right question. The right question is, why the fuck is The Price of Right? Price is Right playing in your bedroom at nighttime. To me, because
know.
listen, I don't want to kink shame anyone. I think anything is okay as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. But man, we are related. Like, what's going on here? Like,
I'm not in my room when I go to bed. They're in there watching the show, so I don't know how it's getting on. I know who to point the finger at, but
I do think that we stumbled upon an opportunity here for a primetime game show, slightly more risque version, just The Price at Night. You know.
Wow.
That's
No?
enough out of you.
That was
You're
They could put it on after
asking-
Jeopardy.
You're asking for a demerit right now.
Wheel of
We're not even
Fortune's
in the
on
game
after
yet.
Jeopardy. We can't cut into Wheel of Fortune.
Sorry, I only ever watched Jeopardy, so
My
because
dad would be very
because
upset.
because I went to graduate school. So
It's after six.
after
What am
Wheel
I, a
of Fortune.
farmer?
Yeah, after Wheel of Fortune, then The Price at Night.
Okay. First of
Also,
all,
my oldest son, this is another good one, asked my wife the other day, why do the women keep kissing Bob Barker? Like he
That's
was
a great
confused.
question.
And Bethany's like, yeah, it's a different time. You don't see that as much anymore. No. Sorry, go ahead.
wait, it's not just The Price is Right. It's really old Price is Right, is what you're saying. Like it's classic Price is
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
Family Feud was the same way, right? Like,
Oh my
except
God.
also used to try to kiss him on the lips.
Which,
It was
given the rate of inflation, the price is definitely not accurate anymore.
Well,
it's
like
true.
I just there's like a whole branch of parenthood that deals only with your kids sneaking out of their rooms at night, right? And it doesn't typically start until they're a little older. But I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong here, but I would wager quite a bit that not once in the history of parenting has a conversation gone, honey, I'm worried that the kids are watching Price is Right at night. Do you know where your kids are? Yeah, I do. They're talking about Bob fucking Barker and how he wants to spay and neuter your pets. That's what they're talking about. Just saying.
Partially right.
Yeah. Only your kids. It's amazing. Okay, well, I have nowhere to go but down from there. Nothing I
All right,
say will be that entertaining for the rest of the night. So
back
we,
to the game.
we could probably just quit. Okay. So, uh, okay. You got the items from Grazitz, right? Um, and you got the stones. Yeah, you guys are good to go. I don't need to role play y'all walking out of the dungeon area.
Oh, wait. We also forgot. We met Erzing's family,
Mhm.
right? We rescued Erzing's family
You did.
and gave them some cheese and gave Erzing's daughter a toy. And I think we sent Hargle to the library, or we told him where it was. We're not going to roleplay that, I don't think, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's it, I think.
Urzink is going to. Well, we can roleplay this part. As you all are leaving the dungeon, I guess the underground city, really. Urzink comes to you and says, Urzink want to go to Oringer to meet new king.
Okay.
The wife and kids gonna come along?
Urzink's people and Zerwin's people need to be friends.
I agree.
Urzink, uh, Urzink, sure you noticed that he have a special way with words. So, he is been nominated as what's word for person who goes and talks to king?
Ezra?
Word for person who what?
Person who goes to talk to new king on
Like
behalf
an
of people.
envoy? An
Envoy.
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 No,
Envoy Urzink.
I don't think that's right,
It's
but we
that
could
one's
go with that.
it's tricky. You know, you don't want to go too far and become an envelope. You just want to be an envoy.
Envelope? No. Urzink. Envoy Urzink. He puffs his chest out. Very important.
Suits you.
Thank you.
let's all go together. We'll make it into a little, shared sojourn of sorts.
So,
How long could it possibly take to get back to Orengar?
who are you gonna name as next king?
I'm banking on Zerwin.
I don't know. Or Zink, are you interested?
No.
Okay, good. Because that was just a joke.
Urzink make
Um,
terrible king. He's too handsome, first of all.
Yeah, won't be
I
able
guess
to
I
get anything done.
Yeah,
can't argue that.
you want king that looks more like Zerwin.
Yeah, I don't know who. Why? Do you have a preference? What do you like?
Who are a list of candidates? Urzink help you decide.
Zerwin's right at the top.
I can't be king. I'm not going to be here. So I would just immediately be assigning a regent.
Listen,
Or
if you're here being king, you can't give me any more demerits.
oh, that's true. Well, no, I could just promote Gelidus to give you demerits.
Yep, that's worse.
Um,
What am I
well,
talking
we've got a couple options. There's Hargle, although I don't know if he wants it.
Hargall not be good king. He's
There's
too scary and also doesn't like people.
there's Gip.
Gip decent choice, but Gip better as commander general.
I agree. There is Hadriella.
Ooh, Hadriella. Hadriella could be good queen. But
Is it just our group of 5 or 6 that are having this conversation, or are all of the NPCs around at this point?
I would assume you would keep this conversation close to the chest, but go ahead
Just
if you'd
wanted
like.
to.
Yes.
Well, I was gonna say, what about Huginda? She's already done it once.
Yeah.
Problem is, that's not her body. Whoever
Yeah.
that person is might
You
be
actually
back.
haven't seen Helginda in a while, so that'll be a
I
surprise.
wonder why that is.
Or we could look at. I mean, Iron Fist is too old. Grudrith is too strange.
Iron Hand, you mean?
Iron Hand, sorry.
When he
Grim
gets
is
angry,
too
then he turns into Iron Fist.
Grim is too grumpy, and he's got to keep my nuts in place. Sorry, my purple nuts. And I cannot remember her name. Who is the dwarf who we have promised the scepter to? I can't remember her name.
Verahild.
Verahild. She is of royal lineage.
Royal lineage,
The
good
problem,
and important, but Verahild, not good queen.
yeah, she's also not from here, so nobody really knows her.
Have we mentioned Mythiliel yet? Just running down every single dwarf that we've met in the last.
She's not a
Mythil's
dwarf.
not a dwarf, she's an elf.
Sorry, my apologies. That would not go well.
No.
We could look at my brother. But then I'd have to call him Your Highness.
Is Urzink like this? This Urzink favorite choice.
Why?
Urzink thinks he looks around for reasons. Urzink like Zerwin and Zerwin brother close to Zerwin.
He is. Talk to him. I don't know if he'll want to do it.
Does he have royal blood?
I have royal blood.
So does brother have royal blood too?
Yes.
So
That's how blood works.
That's how blood works. Is he respected?
I don't respect him personally, but I think other people respect him. He also did come and essentially help save Oringer. So, I'll talk to him. That's going to be insufferable.
Have you already decided?
Shake my hand, Ezra.
Why?
Just shake my hand.
Yeah, okay.
Shake hands.
Oh, why is it? Why did you have butter on it?
That's a stupid question. Congratulations. We've just formed the committee to elect Godwin Forged as king. Anyone get that reference? Hope so.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. What's next?
Yeah.
Okay. Urzink likes it.
You get back
We're
above
gonna-
ground and you see that the battle is well and truly over. The Mythaleel is already helping to coordinate the trip back to the city. Skip's troops are rounded, trying to round themselves up to get themselves sent back home. There is some pleading about everyone wants to go back to Orangar and like celebrate, and so there's some good there's some bonding that's happened as combat does, and people don't they're like, before you go, come back to Orangar and let's celebrate. Like, this is a big deal. And the mood is pretty high. They were expecting the casualties to be much worse than they were, and everyone is pretty stoked. So
so who's up here from our big name NPCs? Who do we see?
well, let's see. Grim is there. Gip is there. Godwin is there. Hargel's not. Hadriella is there.
Let's head over to them and see how everyone's doing.
Thavod is there also. Yeah, there are. So your brother is talking to some of the generals, or basically all of the commanders, and they're sort of debriefing and talking about how things went. There is this like as you start to walk across the field and you make your way through the ditches towards the commander's tents, this sort of like murmur arises. Everybody can make a perception check.
Natural 1.
Perfect.
And a 14 is the corrected.
Boring.
Yeah.
You said perception?
I didn't hear you, Geldis. You were speaking, and you're not muted. Just didn't come through.
Rolled a 2.
Nice. That's better. I can always count on Geldis.
You said perception, right?
I did say perception.
Oh, then I'm 22.
Wow, Zerwin. Geldis, there is like these like little. You're not quite a nat 1, but yeah, there's some sort of weird rumor mill that's happening right now, and you desperately want to know what it is, but you just can't. Every time you go over to listen to people, they all stop talking, and then you go over here and they stop talking. And you're like, "What's going on, guys? Guys, what's going on?" And then you ask Azra, and I was just like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." Zerwin, you hear that as you walk by, people are like, "That's him. That's the guy right there."
Are they pointing at me while saying it?
Yeah.
I'll just stop at like a random soldier and be like, "How'd it
He
go up here?"
he snaps a salute, sir.
At
Good.
ease.
Thank you. Sir, good, sir. Everything was just, we were good. Everything's good, sir.
What's wrong with you?
Well, sir, is it true, sir?
Is what true?
Did you really propel yourself out of the ground by your ass?
Did I fart myself out of the ground?
Uh, I, it was, there was an explosion, I heard.
Yeah.
And you shot out of the ground in the middle of their ranks. Did that really
Yeah.
happen, sir?
Yes. Yep.
Oh. Okay. He like looks towards his like friends and then looks back. His eyes get big. He's like,
Would I have like marks on my ass from the explosion going off underneath me?
I mean, I would guess that probably your whole back is a little charred.
I turn around
Yeah.
and bend over. See? Like through my legs.
He
All right.
like, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, off you go then.
Yeah,
Go have
yeah,
some
sir.
fun.
He turns and like goes back to his friends and he's like, "It's fucking true. Did you see that?"
Let's keep making our way over to the group.
Yeah. There are all sorts of stories being told along the way. You also see your brigade, the Purple Nuts. Um, they're real easy to spot because they've like slapped purple paint anywhere they can put it. Shields, faces, helmets, breastplates. Uh,
Is Grim over there? You said?
yeah, Grimm's with the Purple Nuts. Yeah.
Well, let's go over there real quick. And I'll ask Grim. You guys made it in time? Did you guys get to the battle?
Yes, sir. We were right in the thick of it, sir. We were disappointed that we didn't get to see your grand entrance.
Well, there's always next time.
I hope not.
How many losses did we have?
One, sir. Smith.
Okay. Well, let's make sure we let his family and friends know that he died fighting for the cause.
Yes, sir. That's my job, sir.
Okay. Well, you boys have earned a few days off, so we'll get back to Oringer and we'll have some fun and everybody can breathe easy for a few minutes. Sound good?
Yeah, sir, if I might, we're not going to be able to fit everybody in who wants to be a part of the Purple Nuts. I'm going to need some authority to turn people to other brigades. Not even brigades. It's technically not a brigade. We're really a half of a company.
What's his rank right now?
He's still a sergeant. He's a first
Uh,
sergeant, but yeah.
um, yeah. So is he essentially asking for a promotion? Is that what he's doing?
Or he's asking to have either you need to promote him to be the head of the company so he can manage it, or you need to make someone head of the company that understands what the fuck is going on, is what he's saying. Because
I
now
gotcha.
there's the legend of the Zerwin's Purple Nuts, and it's growing in popularity, and people want to join, and he's not having a bunch of slackwit nobodies join his goddamn platoon.
Yeah. Well, guess what, Grim? You're just the guy for that job. You now have the authority. I will get together with Gip and ensure that the paperwork comes through. But you're now promoted to the head of the Purple Nuts.
You could make him first lieutenant.
Can I do that?
You can make him a first lieutenant. Yeah.
In the meantime, congratulations, First Lieutenant.
You, for the first time, see a small grin hit his face. Thank you, sir.
Stop doing that.
Sorry.
I salute him.
He salutes back.
All right, now we'll head over to Gip and that crew.
Okay. Gip is speaking with Godwin and Scipio, basically, from Skip's Empire. Or did I send Belisarius? I think I sent Belisarius. So he's talking to Belisarius, yeah. And the three of them, there's a bunch of like aides and people around and like, runners and stuff, but inside the tent, the commander's tent, it's just the three of them. That's not true. Mythalil is also there. When you are let in, at first they look up like who was given permission to enter this tent. But then when they see it's you, Gip smiles. Your brother, gives a nod, and Belisarius gives a sort of respectful, half bow. Gip is the first one to speak. You're late and your ass was on fire, so that's par for the course. How'd it
What's
go
wrong
down
with you?
there? How's wrong with me? What the fuck's wrong with you?
How'd it go down there? What do you mean, how'd it go down there?
I mean,
Are all the stone soldiers dead or turning into stone?
yeah, no, they're gone. And
That's
the
how it went.
Gorgons. I think that was
Seems-
mostly my doing, let's be honest.
I don't think you're being honest at all. But Brazitz is dead. So is his wife. So is Owen.
Owen? Gip says, he's dead?
Yes. Well, I assume so. He's not here anymore.
He's on an adventure.
I'm sorry to hear it, Gip says. Godwin says, the tall one? The good-looking tall one?
Yep. That's the one.
He seemed like a stout hand in a fight.
Yeah, he sure was a paladin. But we were also able to stop the ritual. So who went down there with us? Sorry, it was Hargle. Hargle went down with us, right?
Yeah.
And Hadriela. I will did we leave the stones with him, the ones we didn't take?
Yes.
Okay. I'll give him a quick explanation about, we ended the ritual. This ritual had been going on for a long time and was draining the Bria stones of power. And that should stop. And the Bria stone should start to darken. I believe we're safe. Well, you're safe. I gotta go.
Go, Gip says. You just got here. You've been here like 3 weeks.
and it's been the worst.
Well, that hasn't been great. Your brother says, that's just like what he does. He shows up, he takes all the credit for shit, and then he leaves.
Yeah, but I do have one surprise for you.
Me? You brought
Yeah.
you brought Matilda back?
Oh, no. I'll bring her back if you want her. You might need her.
Yeah. Yeah.
She'll look great in the throne room.
I don't have a throne room. It's commander's tent for me, brother.
Not anymore, Your Highness.
What are you talking about? And then Gip gets it first, and he starts slowly nodding. Belisarius has just been watching. I should probably find a picture of Belisarius. Okay. Uh, what do you mean?
Well,
Congratulations, Your Highness.
Orengar needs a new king. And, tag you're it.
Me.
Yeah, you. You want to know why?
he he doesn't say anything for a minute, and he's like, he looks to Mithilil, and he's like, why?
Because you're the next best thing to me, as always.
I see. I see what's going on here. He stands up. You have to understand, my brother is so terrified of any sort of actual responsibility that he'll basically run from anything that even has a whiff of commitment to it. Ask him about his girlfriends. Serwin, how are your girlfriends doing? You got any girlfriends? Mm-hmm. You married? Mm-hmm.
Married to the job.
Yeah, there it is. See? You'd be a terrible fucking king and you know it. That's why you're leaving. You're right. I am the best choice. And it should probably be... Oh, probably... Yeah, your highness is right. Yeah, highness is good. Grace isn't terrible. Your grace is all right. Uh, my liege would be all right since, you'll be one of my citizens now.
Okay, Uranus.
Mm-hmm. The jealousy bubbles up so quickly. It's ugly. It's an ugly characteristic. You shouldn't wear
I
that mask.
literally gave you the job. I'm not jealous.
Keep telling yourself that. You'll sleep eventually.
King Winnie. Oof,
uh,
can't believe we're doing this.
Belisarius is like, is that how it works around here? Like, I know our customs are weird, but I guess less people died this way. There's not going to be any fighting. You're not going to try to kill each other or raise an army to fight each other on the field of battle.
Do you want to be King Belisarius? It's a dog shit job.
First of all, it's emperor, and second of all, absolutely not.
Yeah, me neither.
Hmm.
But we are of royal lineage.
What do you mean we're royal lineage? Your brother says.
Well, the only way I could use this, and I pull it out, put it on, is if we were of royal lineage.
Uh, there, when you put it on, there is a very sharp crack, and then a. Uh,
Crack?
yes, sorry, my wife just texted me. I had to make sure it wasn't an emergency. It was to take the laundry out. Which yeah. Uh, I just clean the kitchen. Anyway, so there's like a sharp crack, and then with it
Can
there's like
everyone hear it?
everyone can hear it. Yeah. Um, and
God, please. I say to myself, please don't tell me you just broke that fucking thing in front of your brother.
no, it seems to be fine, but there's like a different look in your brother's eye. And you hear, you Zerwin hear, the sound of a familiar voice. Hold on. I don't know what I did with them. But a voice pipes up from the crown. So this is the brother, huh?
Hey, Jesse.
There's a lot going on in here, but I've been sent forward to have a short conversation with him. You need to let him wear the crown for just a few minutes.
Okay. Should I tell him? When I talk to them, I can't remember. Am I talking out loud or am I talking in my head?
You chose to talk out loud.
Okay. All right. I'll take it off then. Say, Winnie, you got to put this on. They want to talk to you.
Who's they?
Oh, I don't know. A couple thousand dead dwarven rulers. You know what this is, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what happens if you put it on?
Nope.
Do you want to know?
Do I have a choice?
Well, you need to put it on.
So then I'm gonna find out. He takes it out of your hand and he puts it on. So Ezra, Gelidus, Janna, um, when Zerwin puts on the crown, there's like a little moment where his eyes get out of focus, and then he comes back. It's pretty quick. When Godwin puts it on, his eyes go out of focus and they stay out of focus. And it looks like he's not really there. You notice it too, Zerwin, but you just don't know that that's not how it always is because you're the one wearing it most of the time. It looks like he's watching something that's happening right behind you. Is kind of what it looks like. And then his lips start moving, but no sound comes out. And his wife kind of looks a little concerned. She comes over to you, Zerwin, and says, "Will he be okay?"
He should be.
He should be.
I was okay, and I've worn it a bunch of times.
She looks at you.
So I try to give her a brief rundown of like all previous dwarven kings and queens somehow live in that crown and can communicate with the wearer. And I assume that they are explaining something to him.
Your people are odd.
Roy, I mean, you married him.
I'm not saying he's not odd also. I find this to be strange. There is a lot of magic coming from that crown. A lot. She also then turns to Dirk, who's not here. Yeah. Who took the Okay, Dirk took the moon sickle, right? Where did the sword go? Grazit's sword.
Ezra's got it in the bag of holding.
Okay, she rolled well. She turns to you, Ezra, and says, "There is a new malevolent presence around you."
I mean, I think that the goddess of the halflings is rather benevolent and generous and kind. So, I color me offended.
Uh-huh. So,
Oh, do you mean the sword?
I don't know. What sword?
Well, I don't want to. It cursed me the first time I touched it, so I don't really want to do that again. I'm really it made me even more sleepy than usual.
Hmm.
You want to see it?
What is it?
Uh, I'll just show you. And Ezra reaches into the bag of holding and produces the sword. Jing!
She takes an involuntary half step back. That is a cursed artifact that should be destroyed. It is a malevolent spirit. It is
Okay.
corruptive. And if it succeeds in its full corruption, whoever wields it will no longer be themselves.
Okay. Do you have any recommendations on how to destroy it?
No. There are some artifacts that slowly change their wielders to something other than they originally were, and this is one of them. There is also, well, Zerwin's axe. If you hold the axe for long enough, it will change you into a dwarf. If you hold that sword for long enough, it will send you with a shattered psyche to the abyss, where you will become a demon.
All right. Well, I won't. I'll try not to hold it very long.
Smart.
That's a good idea.
Are there any like volcanoes near here? I heard a story about a halfling, an artifact, and a volcano.
Uh,
I don't think they're. God.
there are volcanoes, actually. Um, yeah, Matt knows probably about the Greyhawk volcanoes, but there's like a whole section of the mountain range that's really volcanically active, and it's actually, relatively speaking, not that far from where you are. But that's relatively speaking. So it would be many days, hard journey through the mountains. But more importantly, I don't think that would actually destroy it. You need some sort of you would need some sort of potent holy magic. You asking a god or some sort of heavenly beings.
But Ezra's pure heart.
I'm sure Ezra is more pure of heart than the rest of you, but I'm afraid it's not enough.
Eldis, can you call that lady back? You know, the one from the cave.
Yeah, please do.
Oh, the goddess? What was her name again? I didn't catch it.
I don't have it in front of me, so I'm not telling you.
I actually wasn't calling her. I was calling a different goddess, but she picked up.
Do you know what a solar is?
Zerwood nods vigorously, hoping that she won't call on him.
She's talking to Gelidus.
I think so. They're like they're a celestial being, right?
They are a celestial being. So They are sort of the equivalent to pit fiends. And there are certain Solars who are especially powerful. And if you found one of them, they might be able to destroy this artifact. And you should do that. You should do that, Gelidus. Because if you find one of them, they'll also be able to relieve you of that necklace, which has been slowly, probably subconsciously, eating away at your mind. And when she says it, Gelidus, I want you to make me a check, please. God, what is the check? Hold on, my D&D Beyond just froze. Here we go. I want you to make me an insight check.
$19.
You realize that you are missing some memories of your childhood. There are memories that you know where things happened, like a birthday, and you know that some of your friends came over to celebrate. Only the memory you have now is just your mother singing happy birthday to you, and the rest of the room is empty, and it's kind of weird. Things like that. And it's subtle because the memory's not completely gone, but slowly things have been getting eaten away.
Huh. Interesting. I've never had memories leave because they didn't want to be there. Okay, so we just need to get a solar to come down and help us out, right?
Yes, the problem is, and it's got to be the equivalent to a demon lord is sort of like an archangel level solar, and that's the kind you need. Or a direct intervention from a god, either one.
That might be easier to get.
That's an odd thing to say, but I believe you.
The gods like me. They talk to me all the time.
She gives you one of those looks like this guy's probably crazy, but the fact that he might not be crazy is a little intimidating. About that time, Godwin sort of comes out of his reverie and takes the crown off, and his demeanor is changed, and he hands it back to you kind of delicately, Zerwin.
It's a trip, huh?
I have much to do. He turns to Gip and says, Gip, will you support my claim to the throne? Gip says, sure. Yeah, I mean, you're smarter than your brother, obviously, so uglier, but smarter. Godwin nods. We need to return to Oringer.
All right, let's go. Godwin, this is I don't think Ink and Godwin have met yet, right? Would be their first meeting, right?
Sorry, I just got an emergency text. You don't think Zerwin and who?
No, Godwin and Urzink have not met yet, right?
No.
So I'll make an introduction.
So you have to
Brother,
call
this is-
Urzink in because Urzink wasn't allowed in the tent.
Yeah, I'll do that. Urzink,
Urzink comes in. Hmm? Ah,
brother, this is Urzink. We literally could not have done what we did without him. And he represents the kobolds who live in this area, who were enslaved by Grazitz, and actually enslaved by Sama. And they would like to, develop better relations with Oringer now that they are free. And he has been chosen as the envelope for the kobolds.
Urzink also rolls well, and he pulls off like a perfect bow. Your Highness, Urzink sent by people to a bridge gap. Kobolds small, and kobolds sneaky, and sometimes kobolds have bad breath, but kobolds loyal, and kobolds resourceful, and kobolds no want problems with people of Oringer. Kobolds want trade. Kobolds can be very useful disposing of moldy bread and cheese. Godwin does not tell him. Godwin doesn't condescend to him. He just looks kind of seriously and nods and says, "The people of Oringer would be honored to have your friendship. Um, it shall be known the heroics and the part that you played. Your story will be told, and I'm going to allow my brother to tell it. But they will know what happened and what you did, and we will make Orangor no longer not your enemy, but also your friend." And Urzink looks surprised that it was easy. He gives another bow. And says, thank you, Highness. Urzink pleased, and honored. And Godwin turns to you and says, "Okay, I'm going to need your help as well. We got to do this right and quickly, before word gets back to town." He turns to Belisarius and says, "Belisarius, we owe your people a debt. Your emperor, you said his name was Cornelius? Yes, his friends call him Skip. Um, we will repay our debt when Skip needs us. You call, and we'll be there. And you're welcome to stay here as long as you want, but I'm sure your people are anxious to get home." Belisarius says, "We are indeed. Thank you." I did find a picture of Belisarius, by the way, but it's kind of a weird one, so I'm going to find a better one. This is like people's interpretation of Belisarius. But he'll be a recurring character, so I'll find a picture of him. Then he turns to you all and says, "The first thing that happens is that people need to hear your story." Then he asks you to come outside and tell the troops what happened in the city below.
Okay. If I haven't done it yet, I'm going to give the whole back to Jana. Right? You had it.
I was going to ask, but there was like a lot of important stuff going.
Yeah, you can have that back.
Thank you.
All right. So are we gonna go right out here and tell the story, or are we doing it back in Oringer? What's the plan here?
We're going to start here with the troops. They have a right to know what happened and why.
Okay. You want us to tell them everything?
Tell them about Grazitz and Sama and why all of this happened. And I'm going to ask you all to repeat this when we get back to the city. And not just Zerwin. They need to hear from all of you. So why don't you guys take a second and think about what would be important for your character to know, and then I'm going to allow you a performance or persuasion roll, whichever your character is better at. And these aren't super high consequences, right? Like, I'm not going to ruin the game if you fail, but it's going to make it, easier or harder for Godwin, depending on how well you all do.
So you want us right now to discuss who's going to tell what part?
Just think about, like, what are some things that your character would think are important about what happened over the past couple weeks?
Mm.
You want to focus on the main fight or fights?
I mean, bullet points. We came here because the strongest and most powerful demons and devils are working together to try to change the fabric of every single reality in their favor. We discovered that there had been an infiltration into the city of Orangar, and iron. What was the name of the steel baddie? I'm forgetting his name already.
Ooh.
Iron Hand?
I thought Iron Hand was a goodie. Is he a baddie?
You're talking about Quentin Cavemore?
Yes, Cavemore. Sorry. And that Cavemore had enlisted a bunch of goons to, weaken the city so that the Stone Soldiers and the Gorgons, and by association, these demons and devils, could take control of all of the Bria Stones. We worked with the brightest minds of the entire city to stop that. Does that sound? We killed Sama, the leader of the Gorgons. We gathered an alliance of multiple empires from multiple planes to fight the army of stone soldiers, and we also killed Grazitz, a demon lord. Does that
And
sound like a pretty good encapsulation?
we also
Did
have
I
fixed
sum it
the
up?
Bria stones. I think we also should mention that the Bria stones are now fixed.
The Bria stones are fixed and back in the hands of the people.
I would also say that I would talk about how the dwarves and the people of Oringer were able to withstand, something that should not have been able to, you know, they stood in the face of these things and never flinched, and um, we should let the people know that they had a part in, because they've been terrified and scared, and they stuck together, and they, essentially came through when they needed to. And I would call out specific people. I'd call out Rudrith and Kuth, and who's the woman who gave us the steel dragon, the war machine, the smithy.
Yeah. Delosta.
Delasta, and what was the, not the companions, the group of people, like the old soldiers who came and got into a fist fight
With Brute
uh,
Guts
with
veterans.
Guts veterans, and we called people back into the military, and Iron Hand, surviving his ordeal. So I would specifically call out people, um, and at the end, or also include, we would not have been able to do this without Godwin and Mithaliel, and their shadow army, who showed up in the nick of time.
Okay. Anything specific that Jana or Galadis would want to mention?
Oh, I would also mention the purple nuts.
Oh, Galadis,
Should
you
we
want to
bring up
talk
the?
about the dwarven goddess you talked to?
I don't know how important that is. Is that important, Zerwin?
I mean, do you think that she would look fondly, or look kindly upon the new king?
I don't know how important it is, but it's a cool story that you
It,
conjured this dwarven lady out of nowhere.
it sounds like she was really glad to help. Like she was excited to see you.
She wasn't she? I think all the gods are really like they're excited to meet a Kender.
Hmm.
They like being helpful.
Should we start maybe from the beginning and tell everybody about like our epic, like what we've been doing as a group on fighting these fiends on behalf of the Radiant Citadel?
I don't know
I
that they
think
care about that.
they don't care.
Hmm. Okay.
All right.
Also, just the we want to mention Hargol and his ordeal. I think we should mention God, what was the Great Bane, right? Who ended up being an ally in the end. Uh, you know, let people know that he was ensorcelled.
Hmm.
Cool. I'm ready to roll the dice.
Jana?
Anything specific? Oh,
Why don't you talk about
we
how you?
found all their gold.
Oh yeah, that's
We're
good.
Yeah.
And
bringing
also,
it back, and now they have the ability to, now trade should be safe again. So now the gold will be valuable because they will be able to exchange it for example, food.
I think you should throw in that you put arrows through Sama's and Grazit's throats. Like
I mean, sure. Uh, but
that, that adds a little bit of ethos to your particular argument.
sure. But I
Also,
think that they are going to care a lot that we got back their money.
I think we should frame it in the sense of like, with this new, king, we're gonna bring a golden age back to Oringer,
Ooh, I like it.
I
right?
mean,
So,
should we call it a purple age because of the Bria stones?
sure, but like we
Purple
should
golden
tie
age?
in that we've found lost wealth, the lost wealth of Oringer.
Yeah, which we are also returning to the city.
Minus a couple percent for a finder's fee.
I mean, maybe
Hmm.
just a couple things that were real shiny.
It was not so much finder's fee, rescuer's fee.
Ah, I see. That that does have a better ring to it, doesn't it? All right, y'all. Go ahead and make me your rolls.
Well, I am gonna spend a sorcery point to re-roll my 2 that was the dice roll. It was a lot better.
Yeah, 9. I'm not that persuasive.
I got a 2 again, so it's 12.
I rolled a 20 dirty.
I will let you do most of the talking. These are your people anyway.
Yeah.
I got a 24.
Like, I'm obviously right, and if you don't understand that, I'm just gonna stab you a little bit.
I'm
We're-
still
we're
out of
also-
sorts because I had Yandala had to put me all back together from the dust of my being, and something doesn't feel right. It's like she put something in the wrong place or something. I don't know, guys.
Okay, so
Um,
what did you all roll? You rolled a 24, Galadis.
Yep.
Janny rolled a what?
9.
9. Ezra rolled a what?
12 twice in a
12.
row.
Nice. Zerwin, what'd you roll?
a 20. Do you want me to roll for Dirk?
No.
No, we're gonna keep him in the back.
I mean, normally we would do that, but maybe he rolls a nat 20 and
If he
blacks
was
out
here,
for a second.
we would let him say
I'll roll
something.
for him. He rolled a 14, which is
Better
fine.
than me.
He rolled a 14, but he has a charisma bonus, so he does quite well actually. He conspicuously does not mention how he was taken over by a demon lord because he had been led astray by his sex drive and ego. But you knew that was going to happen anyway, so he's always a little bit more of a hero in his own head. Okay, those are pretty good. Okay. I'm just noting all this down so I remember it later. Serwyn, Galadis, and Dirk. Okay. This also sort of has an impact on what this what like people think of you, what the soldiers think of you. They obviously this is good for you, Zerwin. And you know, I gave you a bonus from your end because you're talking to soldiers. There's mostly cheering. They're not super convinced by the halfling, who they find to be a little suspicious, and the assassin, who they also find to be a little suspicious. But Galadis, the sort of like the people who look like they're in an army, which is Galadis, Dirk, and Zerwin, that no surprise, it goes quite well with them. Godwin nods and says, "Okay, let's get back to the city." On the way back to the city, I'm going to allow you guys the opportunity to basically, if there's anything you want to do while traveling, but also I'm going to let you pick up on any rumors or stories that you want from what's happening with all the different, because there are people from Mithalil and Godwin's army that are from all over this world. They picked up pockets of people, dwarves from all over. And then there's, the rangers that showed up, right? And then there's the people of Oringer, and then there's Belisarius's people. So if there's anything you're interested in, or you want any conversations you want to have, I'll let you do that now. Or you can write them down, and I can send you some information about them later. But like, is there anything? Yeah, is there anything that you want to try to find out on the way back or hear it about?
Um,
I'm mostly pointing to this like there are like you're moving into the phase of the game where you're becoming very powerful, and you're gonna have to start thinking about not just what your little group of people does, but like what all the other groups of people does, um, because you're starting to make kings, and when you become kingmakers, there are other considerations involved. So yeah,
Maybe something along the lines of what do the people of the city plan on doing now? How will they use this new wealth and the return of the Bria stones? Are they going to connect to the other nations of the world? Are they gonna turtle up the way that dwarves do sometimes? Stuff like that. Is that
yeah. So it sounds like Godwin is going to well, you talk to the people, the people in the army. They don't really know what's going to happen next in terms of what the city's army is going to do. But you happen to know the people who are making the decisions, so you can talk to Gip and Godwin because they'll talk to you. Um, and it sounds like Godwin would like Gip to be the general. Um, and it sounds like Gip was saying that Iron Hand is ready to retire. After all, he nearly fucking died, and he's quite old.
well, and I would ask, I mean, does Godwin, like, because he's been traveling this world, like, has he been working on alliances with other groups? Has he picked up people anyway?
Exactly, exactly. And that's part of what Mythalil is also very good at.
Yep.
So there's like a lot of yeah. He's not. He's actually not naturally um, averse to having conversations about making. He's always been very open-minded. Not so with your sister, who's always been very like sheltered and like you know more. I don't know, more isolated in her thought processes. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, he's always been open to making new friends his whole life, and obviously his wife is quite different from him. Um, yeah, Jana.
I just put some stuff about like sort of more broad uh like politics stuff. Um but I would love to that I want to ask around about, but we don't have to do it all in we don't have to do it all live. Um but I do want to ask around and see like if we hear anything about how Drunel Hall is doing. Like we're responsible for those people now.
Yeah, so Belisarius is here, so he can tell you a little bit. And keep in mind the time is works differently. But his not super well informed opinion is that Drunel Hall is going to make a relatively quick comeback because purely of its location. It sits in a spot that is sort of the closest big city, well defended place between, the Fey kingdoms and the Wild and the Empire. So that's the reason it's there in the first place. That's the reason all that power was there. That's the reason those temples were there. That's the reason the nightmare sprung up. The whole thing. So his opinion is like, yeah, it's going to take money and it's going to take effort, um, but that city will probably only get bigger if the relationship between the Empire and the Fey kingdoms expands. It will only become a more important place. And then the Moonshine Isle stuff we could talk about later. Don't let me
Yeah.
forget. Yeah,
I'll I have to write you up some stuff this week anyway. So
it's good because I was
Um,
writing stuff up this week also.
and I don't think
this week was busy.
has Godwin met the head of the Rangers that helped us in that city?
The captain, yeah, well, he met him before the battle started, so
Okay.
yeah,
So we've got that alliance.
yeah. Okay. Very good. Let's see. All right, that looks good. Godwin, the stories about Godwin, by the way, are that he not only was a very good leader in the battle, but that he led from the front. That he was on the front lines swinging that fucking hammer to deleterious effect, let's say. So he has respect. When you get back to the city, the city is raucous with celebration. They ask you to go up and repeat your speeches. I do want another role for the city because I did one role for the military. Can you give me the same role for the city? This is
20,
again, yeah, okay.
22. Is there one?
Good. It's good, Jana.
What'd you do?
5.
Nice.
17.
Better?
Jenna just
12.
terrifies everybody.
I'm just like what he said.
Are you drunk already, Jana?
No.
Hannah just looks intimidating.
Okay.
Jenna is intimidating. She doesn't look intimidating.
What's intimidating?
All right.
Felt
There's
better about that. Sorry.
yeah. There is a hush, and despite how many thousands of people there are, as you tell the stories, they are absolutely rapt. The difficulty for the city was lower than it was for the soldiers, but I basically just gave you a percentage of the people who are really into it and who aren't based on your roles. It is, for these people who have lived this life, who have been stuck in this city. Remember, they've been stuck here for months, right? For a long, long time, they haven't been able to get out of the city. Better part of a year, and all of a sudden the gates are open, and the threat is gone, and like magic is returning, and this is the spot where Brio stones are harvested. And even though the change is subtle, there is a slight change already in the color of the Bria stones. They are getting gradually darker. It feels to them like something is alive and hopeful again. It feels like the day after your fever breaks when you've had the flu, right? There's like a reason to live again, and they're all ecstatic. Um, and so your stories are well received. And even Jana, who is kind of scary, is believed and taken at her word. Um, Remember that little girl, Jana, the one that came up and talked to you before? She comes up to you after the speech and she's like, you know, people would probably be less scared of you if you took the mask off. Just saying.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate your advice.
besides, I bet you're real pretty under there. And then she go ahead.
No.
Then she says my mom said that you could have this, and she like hands like a little package tied up in a bow, and she hands it to you.
I'm gonna take it and um I'm I'm low so that I'm getting low so that I'm on the same level as she is. So I'm gonna take it and I'll open it.
Inside is a little stone, and it's just carved with some dwarven runes. You don't know what they say.
Um, I'm gonna take off the mask and I'm gonna say thank you so much. I'm gonna treasure it always.
She smiles and says, "You are pretty under the mask."
I'm gonna say sometimes that's a good reason to wear a mask. You'll
Oh.
learn about that later. Don't worry about it.
She nods and then she skips away. Um, Ezra, you are approached. There is a small envoy of kids, about 10 or 11 of them, and they come up to you and they're like, "You're you're the great Ezrazini. It's you. We thought you were gone. Can you do the thing again?"
Yeah, which I thought I was gone too, but which one?
The really cool thing that you did.
Yeah, Ezra does it.
Turned into a box. Didn't you like turn into a box?
Jumped out of a box. Yeah, Ezra casts minor illusion. He turns Dirk into a salamander, some stuff like that.
Uh, the, one of them says, when you're done, they all clap, and then one of them says, "Are you the reason that dragon breathed fire all over the place?"
No, that one was Dirk. He's the guy I just turned into a newt, dude. You can keep him.
No, thanks. I don't like salamanders. They're weird.
Agreed.
What are you what are you gonna do? Are you gonna stay here and do magic now shows? Are you gonna put a permanent booth up?
I wish I could,
I
my
would come to
friend.
see you probably once a month.
That's about what I'm worth. Unfortunately, there are other cities that need our help, other places that are besieged.
Other cities need you to turn people into salamanders? Wait, no, he means other cities need him to pop out of a box.
Yep.
Oh, they
Yep.
nod.
I have to save the world with laughter, and I have to begin elsewhere. Now that I've begun here.
That doesn't make sense.
Sorry, I was a pile of ash this morning. I'm still trying to parse some things out.
Hmm. They all kind of
Yes. That euphemism.
they all kind of thank you and wish you well and walk away, except for one uh, of the smallest little boys, and he comes up and says, "I want to be a wizard. What do I do?"
Well, I am not a wizard. I was born with my powers,
"I want
but
to be like the great Azazini, only
okay.
cooler."
Yeah, you should be. Yeah, wizards are cooler. That's what everybody says. So what? Unfortunately, you're not gonna like the answer. If you want to become a wizard, you have to study really, really, really hard. You have to read all of the books about magic, and you have to practice your elocution, so the way that you say the particular spell words, and you need to practice your hand gestures because there's somatic elements to spells, and you need to start collecting your spell components.
Okay, so elocution and soma times, and I'm gonna
Yep.
get some goop together.
I am going to recommend that you work with Hargle. He can help set you on the right path.
Okay, He's the
What's your name?
guy with the eye thing, right?
Yeah, what's your name?
Clarence.
Clarence. I'm gonna give Hargle your name, and tell him to expect you, and that you are going to be the mightiest wizard in all of Orangar.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry, it's past my bedtime.
Me too.
And he walks away. And then he gets like 10 feet away and stops and turns around and says, I forgot something. How did you make the fire come out of the dragon's mouth?
It was as simple as turning Dirk into a salamander.
And he nods wisely and walks away. Zerwin. Actually, before I do Zerwin, we'll do Gellis. Geldis. Oh, shoot, I lost the picture. Geldis, please hold.
Pocket.
Um, so here's what happens. These are not the right size icons. There we go. You basically get a there's an envoy basically from from the other side. Somehow we're like someone has gotten something from Kryn to you, and it's a stone. But it's a magical stone. And there is a message on it. And it says that you will be expected to make contact with her ladyship at the Moonshay Isles. And there is a title and a picture. This is the picture. It is a Kender woman. You don't know who that is.
Is the rest of the group there?
Yeah, they're around.
I'll go find Ezra because Ezra knows things.
Okay.
Hey, Ezra.
Yes, Galadus.
Somebody give me a rock. Can you take a look at it?
Yeah, gladly.
I put it down on the table. There's a message on it. See? You got to hold it up to the light just so. It's pretty
You
cool.
don't actually have to do that at all. It's a magical sending stone. However, it is written in Kender, so you can't read it unless you cast comprehend languages or something like that.
I can't read it, or he can't read it, because I would think he could read it.
Yeah.
I can. I speak Kender and read Kender.
So Galadus, why did you? Okay, like, did you talk to Zerwin first? Because he's our rock guy.
There is also
No.
an image on it, so you can see the woman.
Zerwin
Alright.
would know this person.
I hold it up to the light. Nope, this is indecipherable. I'm not even sure that this is language.
I wonder if she dates one of the Yankees.
Did you look at the message?
Yeah. So it basically what it says. Wait, you can't read this?
No, this again.
Oh, do you want me to teach you Kender?
There it is.
Yeah.
There.
Yep.
There it is.
This is your language? I thought maybe you
Yeah.
must speak halfling like I do or something.
I will allow him to teach you Kender if the two of you mention it at least 2 more times in consecutive game sessions.
I'll keep that in mind, but I've already lost interest. What does it say? Can you like rattle it off? What does it say?
Yeah, so the picture is of her ladyship. I have to meet her at some place called the Moonshay Isles.
Yeah, that's where we're going next. Who's her ladyship?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know who this is.
And this is a picture of her.
Yes.
Uh,
At least that's what the
from the
stone says.
okay, from the picture, does she appear to be human, Kender?
She
I'm
appears to be
asking both.
Kender.
Kender. Yeah.
She's a Kender on the Moonshay Isles. I didn't think that there would be a lot of Kender there, so she will probably stand out. She should be pretty easy to notice.
Probably, especially if she's on her ladyship. Usually,
Yeah.
Kender, if we don't get like outside of like Kender society, we
Oh,
don't normally get high-ranking positions.
Gelidus, having spent a little bit of time on that pirate ship, I think I've learned like all ships are ladies.
Can confirm.
So Kender can either pass as tall halflings or short elves when they go other places. Um, and she looks like she's probably a little taller than the average Kender. And so is Gelidus. So people often assume that Gelidus is an elf when they see him, who don't know what Kender is. But you're right, yeah.
She's very tall, Gelidus. She's huge. Her back's got to be like 10, 12 inches.
She's standard size for Kender.
Oh. Well, thanks for bringing this to me. Next time you should probably go to Zerwin first because again, he knows more about rocks. And let's remember to keep talking about you teaching me Kender.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be more than happy. I bet you. Let me look for it. I bet you I've got a book that I can lend you.
I've got a book too.
That was pretty good. You want to look for a book? You roll me a percentage die, Gelidus, and I'll tell you if you have a book on you that can help. Just say high or low before you roll.
High.
Okay.
Nope. I rolled a six. Well, I rolled a 63.
Yeah. No, that's high. Yeah. I gave you a 60-40 chance. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you actually do. It's not a language book, but it's a book written in Kender, and it'll probably help.
It's a Kender alphabet picture book.
It's definitely not that one. No. It's like a
Damn it.
it's like a recounting of the travels of a semi-famous person from your realms.
All right. I hand that over to Ezra.
Thanks. I don't have a backpack anymore. Where do you want me to put this?
Still got a bag of
Don't you have
holding,
like a
don't you?
hole?
Yeah, okay, I'll
Oh,
put it in that.
All right, Zerwin. Uh, Everybody wants to talk to you, Zerwin. Um, but as the night goes on, there is someone who waits for you. Um, and later, as the sort of like well-wishers and hangers-on and others uh, slowly start to fade and get tired, Hadriella comes and finds you. Thank you.
hello.
I just want to thank you for helping my uncle.
He
Uh,
helped us.
he did. Um, he's going to be very contented um, with his library. You see Thavod hanging out in the background also. Um, and he's going to be very busy in his library. And I'm not. It's not my thing. I'm a woman of the world. I want to go places and see things.
I also hate the library.
Yeah. I think you hate the library in the same way Thavod hates the library. I just want to do things. I want to see new places. I want to make new art.
You want to go with us?
Where are you going?
Who knows? You got to go back to Drunel Hall. We'd like to get back to the Radiant Citadel at some point, so I can get my toad.
I would very much like to go to the Radiant Citadel, and Drunel Hall is in a whole other realm, right?
Yep.
Yes.
You're in. I know a guy.
Hmm. Oh yeah?
Hmm?
Does he have purple hair?
Hmm?
Well, I gotta say, the new scar could be worse.
Yeah. Maybe I could tattoo over it.
I hadn't thought about that. What would you want to put on there?
Oh, I don't know. Could put a dragon on there. Wrote a couple of those.
Hmm. Can would you have room employment for a guard or a bouncer? She looks over at Thavod.
Him?
He well, I'm kind of responsible for him, but he's easily entertained.
Hmm. Well, we do have uh, some interesting characters at our house on the Radiant Citadel. We've got a giant, and we've got a troll. Think you'd like hanging out with them? Keeping them in line?
Yes, that sounds like a literal perfect job for Thavod.
Sure.
She
There's this little
smiles.
shit. There's this little shit named Bart too.
Bart?
Yeah. I don't think that's his real name,
Hmm.
but
All right.
yeah, he's more than welcome.
She smiles. Well, I suppose you'll be needing to go to bed soon.
Maybe soon. I can't remember where it is. You remember where it is?
I do. Yeah.
Could help me get there.
Yes, let's, she says. Um, in the morning, everyone is the city slowly wakes. Um, your brother and sister-in-law come to say goodbye to you. Um, the city is firmly in his hands. Doesn't look like he slept much. Um, he's already hollowing out the citadel, right? The palace, rather. Um, and he's like, that place is full of a bunch of terrible shit, and we're getting rid of all of it. He reaches out to grasp your arm when you leave, um, and says, "It was good to see you. I wish I could see you more."
Well, I'm sure we'll see each other again soon.
He smiles. I'm not, but soon is a relative term, I suppose.
Yeah, and I will try to get Matilda back here as soon as I can. But
Well, the good news is I'm no longer beholden to the authority of our sisters, so you can keep Matilda as long as you want, as far as I'm concerned, just to piss her off.
Okay.
Seriously though, what are you gonna do now?
Oh, I don't know. Feel like we're constantly finding trouble. I know we got to go help Jana kill her husband, something like that.
Hmm.
So sounds fun.
Hmm.
And technically, I'm the lord of Castle Magnus in Drunel Hall, this other realm. I probably need to check in there too. So
I've always found it to be true that it's the dumbest people they put in charge of things.
well, I hope you're putting a big mirror up in the castle somewhere
Why?
because you're an idiot. But I love you.
I
I'm
love you
sure
too.
you'll do well here. If you need anything, call or have your wife reach out with whatever magic she does.
When this all comes to a head, when you finally get to the bottom of what's happening on all of these different planes, you let me know. Yeah?
Yeah, I will. And listen, when you build my statue, right, make sure, right, you can tell how glorious my beard is. Don't skimp on the beard portion of the statue, please.
Oh no, I wouldn't dream of it. Now, would you like that to be stone or gold or copper or
Go with what you feel.
yeah. He turns and gestures to one of his new aides, and he's like, "Could you go get me a 6-inch by 6-inch cube of stone, please? I have a statue to make." Well, he says, "Listen, I am not going to tell Mom that I saw you, and uh, I bet Drunel Hall is a nice place, and I hope you don't fuck it up too bad."
I don't know. We kind of flattened it last time we were there.
That is exactly what I thought would happen. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
I mean, I think probably the thing that saved Oranger is that it's underground and you were only here for a couple of weeks. Anyway, thanks for not
Yeah,
fucking up home.
well, you know, we did damage, that northeast corner, but
Hmm.
yeah, no, you're right. Wasn't too bad. Um, okay. We also, before we leave, need to just try to catch Verihild if we can.
Yeah. She's she's actually still with Vorhuman, with Greatbane. Uh, she's like kind of trying to, bring him to a sort of mentally stable place. He's pretty damaged.
Um, I asked him how he's holding up.
If you talk to him, he's just quiet and he's just kind of nods. Okay, thanks.
I look at Verihild and I pull out the scepter and say, "This is yours. Well, your brother's."
She smiles. Fuck yeah, I knew I could count on you.
Yeah, I don't know if it
What happened to the
still works.
bands? They still gone?
They're gone. I don't think we're going to be getting them back. But, uh, you know, you have it's a symbol, right? and should help your brother, settle things down in
She
your kingdom.
nods. Yeah. He's a good little grub. Better than I was.
What's your plan? You gonna stick around here for a while?
Well, I'm gonna bring this scepter back, and then I'm gonna fuck right off.
Good for you.
Maybe Vorhuman wants to do a little traveling.
I think that's a great idea.
I need to get him away from here.
Sure.
A lot of trauma here for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I get it.
She reaches out to shake your hand. You need anything? Give me a call. I owe you.
Yeah.
No, I
We
mean it.
will.
This is a big deal.
Yeah, we're not sticking around, but if we're back on this in this realm and we need something, we'll get a hold of you.
Your brother seems like a good egg too.
I would never say this to his face, but he's gonna do great. He's a good man. He knows he cares, and he's got a couple good advisors with him. So
His wife seems
he'll
like a
be
sharp
fine.
cookie.
She sure is. Like I said, get this guy better, would you? He deserves a little peace.
Hmm. He's gone through a lot. With that, you can leave Oringer, and make your way back to the portal, which takes you back to the city that you have saved.
Are we needed to get Belisarius back to Journal Hall? It was a magic
Yeah,
ceremony
they
that
need
they had.
Ezra for it.
Role play it.
Excuse me.
Just want to make sure we didn't just strand Belisarius and his army here.
No, they need Ezra to do to help with the casting. But other than that, if Ezra's willing to pitch in, then you can get Belisarius back pretty easily, relatively speaking. Yeah. We can end there. Give each other danger awesome points. And we can pick. So you can do what you want in Journal Hall. We can do Journal Hall in downtime. Reminder that next week there is no game because I will be away.
Ezra's got to go shopping.
It's a shop. Next episode's a shopping episode. I like that. It's good to have a shopping episode. Oh, that's the other
All
thing.
kinds of fun things.
Think about what kind of improvements you might want to make to Journal Hall, right? So if you want to do things to Journal Hall that can give you in-game bonuses, you can spend the gold to do that. You tell me what kind of things you're interested in, and I can either help you with the ideas of what the things are, or you tell me a thing you want to build, and I can tell you what kind of like real-time bonuses it could give you. Either way, but it's on you. I'm not going to do it for you, so you decide what you want. Danger awesome points, friends.
I'll give mine to Esris for turning Dirk into a salamander while he wasn't here.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna love that.
Mm-hmm.
He'll get
Mine
better.
goes to Zerwin for deciding the fate of Oringer.
Gonna give mine to Gelidus for bringing me a rock.
I'd like to take one away for Gelidus for not showing me the cool rock.
Yeah.
Also, did we get a long rest? We did, I assume, right?
Yes,
Overnight?
you did. Everyone got a long rest. Yep.
Oh, I didn't give myself that earlier.
I'll give mine to Jana for unfortunately not being very persuasive to anybody All I could imagine was, you talking like an Italian, but with your knives in your hands.
So anyway, I started blasting. Yeah, I'm gonna give a danger awesome point to. Well, I think several people deserved it tonight. It was a close call. But I'm gonna give one to Zerwin for wrapping up his chapter. And that was great. You guys, that chapter went excellently. You guys did the things, and you have enough streamers now into the next chapter that you should all, except for Zerwin, have a thread to pull on here. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. Good night, y'all.
Thanks for watching.